Harisha, can you hear me? Harisha, can you hear me?
Yeah, Thomas, I can hear you.
So can we start? Professor joined.
Uh, I think not yet. I will call him. Like he will join. Yeah, Thomas, 1 minute. Like Robin will join.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Hi, Robin. You can start presentation. Like
I'm not actually presenting. I will just discuss.
sure, Robin.
Harisha, professor joined. Harisha, can you hear me?
Yeah, he joined and he logged out. So probably will join again, rejoin.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
Harisha,
Robin.
human. Shall we wait for a few more minutes? Was my question, Harisha.
Actually, you can start, Robin. Like many people will be new to live stream, so only few people will join for Zoom meet.
I see, I see. Okay. All right. So, yeah, I hope the lectures are going fairly well. So this is the time when we are you might have heard Harisha discuss the idea of looking for diversity around you. The whole idea is that that you get to explore a little bit, but you are also collecting data, and that is the aspect that we want to focus on today about how you collect data. And I think you might have followed Harisha about how you can collect data on different kinds of organisms, on moths, on butterflies, and on birds. Harisha, that's what you have covered, right? In the talks this week.
Yeah, in the second week, like bird will be in third week. It's longer
Okay,
video. That's
yeah. So you will get exposed to birds in the next week, but that's fine. I mean, it just gives you an introduction to various taxonomic groups. But what I want to tell you is that irrespective of which group that you decide to focus on, and there is no magic formula about which group you should focus on. I think you should take whatever is logistically simpler and whatever interests you a little bit. So if it's butterflies, then that, or if you're completely out of ideas, I think moths are always simple. I always recommend students to go with moths, and that is because it's fairly straightforward to collect data. So if you're not sure what aspect of biodiversity you should go with, you should just go with moths, because all you need is a blank wall in some place, and be ready to go out a little bit late in the evening for a walk, and and take photographs. That's about it. I want to stress that I think it is very important to do the project. I would recommend that everybody who's taking this course definitely try and do the project, because unless, and this is true about science, I mean, you can read about science in a very theoretical manner, and you're already doing this in your school. So there's no difference between a ICER faculty giving you lectures and your school teacher giving you lectures, because it's all the same, the content is the same. But the difference is really that that what we want you to do now is to do science and to see if you like doing that. And the only way to do that is by actually engaging with data. So science is just about collecting the same kind of data again and again, and that's what we are going to walk you through. So the main thing that you should do is try to find some paradigm where you can collect some data. So that can be a garden, it can be a lake, it can be any area in nature, it can be in your school, or it can be any park nearby or something like that. That's totally up to you. I would suggest that you have like two teams. So there's a group of let's say 5, 6 at least of you. Two is fine, or three is also okay. And then another group which is another two or three. And I think that is when you start getting some interesting data. When you have these two teams, and then you want to compare diversity. So let's say that one group goes to, one part of a park where things are fairly let's say, unmanaged, that it's just running wild. And then the other group goes to the side of the park where it is very nicely managed, very manicured or something like that. So you have two areas, and then you get to compare the biodiversity in these two areas. That is when it starts getting interesting. Okay, so how well you can pick these areas really depends on your ability to kind of see and imagine that. So walk around a little bit, and so you can scope things out and then decide on which areas you want to do the project in. So once you have decided, so let's continue with my example of a park. So you can also do two different parks, or if you have, let's say, two schools that you want to compete one with the other, that's fine. Or if you're within a school and if you're a large group and you want to do the biodiversity of the school, pick two parts of the school. So replace the park idea that I was talking to you about with a school. So you're saying that, okay, let's compare eastern part of the school campus with the western part. Anything, it doesn't really matter what it is, but you just have to pick something that makes some logical sense. Like, why would you find diversity more on one side of a road versus another side of a road? So there has to be some logic for that. But apart from that basic logic, I mean, you can do anything. Yeah, you can pick the edge of a lake, but please be very, safe and careful. Don't go into a zoo and jump into an animal enclosure, or, try and do risky things and stuff like that. You don't need to do that. All I'm saying is, any park or any area, your garden, anything is fine. Okay, you don't need to risk your life for this experiment. That's not part of the game. All right. So once you have that set, once you have the taxa set, and then you have the areas, that kind of provides the 50% of your premise is done. So of course, you can't do school if you're doing moths. I mean, you may have something else, unless you're in a residential school, in which case you can still do that. But otherwise, school campus will not work for normal things like moths. You may have to pick something else, like butterflies or something like that. And it depends on the time that the school will allow you to do these activities. But if you're outside school, I think there are lots of things that you can do. You can do weekends. You can, go out with your parents or your friends to some neighboring place or something like that. All right. So we spent a lot of time discussing location, and actually Harisha will spend a lot of time discussing taxa. So I don't think we need to do that anymore. But I want to bring or highlight another aspect, study design. That means it's basically how you do the comparisons. So it's simple. If you think of, you can think of it in terms of human setup as well. Suppose you compare, uh, let's say, the food that people in West Bengal eat versus people in, let's say, Rajasthan eat. And I don't have any, I like both kinds of food, but this is just an example. Okay. The point is that you may go West Bengal and now decide how you're going to sample. Okay, sample meaning you're not going to, understand every single human being in West Bengal. You're going to just study a small proportion, right? And of and similarly, even in Rajasthan, you would have a small proportion of people. So suppose you only study one person, and the first person you see be. So you're now going to conclude that, oh, people in West Bengal eat jalebi, and in Rajasthan, they were eating like pani puri or something like that. Uh, you can quickly conclude that based on my observation, one is but you know that that's not representative. Okay, so you have to think of what is a representative sample represents that area that you want to study. So in your case, you want to think of what represents the park, yeah, or the side of the park. How much area do you have to study before you say that you have the diversity of that landscape covered? A little bit later, one of my colleagues, Ashwin, will introduce you to the idea of accumulation curve. That is, with data, how do you say if you have sampled enough? Yeah. So have you counted enough number of trees if you're just looking at plants, let's say, something like that. So there is a way that you can do that, but that's not the idea. At the moment, what you have to do is without data, you have to kind of decide on area. And there is a second variable, which is time. Okay. So you have to control for space and control for time. So any good study in this, biodiversity kind of uh, framework needs to control for these two. So why does time matter? So time matters because maybe you're spending much more time in one place just looking for things. So that is your search. And you simply find more species just because you search a bit more. So you have to keep in mind that you should control for space and time. And there are ways that scientists do it, ecologists do it. They say that let's walk for 5 minutes on a small trail. So let's say we are going to walk for 5 minutes and cover, let's say, 50 meters looking at different plants or insects or something like that. Of course, if you're studying birds, you need to change that scale. You may want to walk like 2 kilometers or one, something like that. Yeah. So the scale changes depending on what organism you are studying, both the spatial and time. All right. So essentially, what we talked about is controlling for space and time. And I think you can do this by either measuring, you can measure it in any way. Time is simple to measure because I suppose all of you will have, watches and phones and things like that. But that's not just like any random time that you're spending. Time. Okay. So that you have to be careful about. Another reason why I like the moth screens, because the moths are, the space is fixed because you must have seen Harisha's examples. Harisha, if you uh, oh, can you just say if you explain the moth screens?
Yeah, Robin, I explained.
Okay. So moth screens are fixed space. Then you just have to control for the time. All you have to say is that, at location A, I'm going to look at the moth screen from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. And at location B also, I'm going to look at a moth screen from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. So it's all controlled, right? So you're controlling for some things, and then you're looking at how many species there are. So you can imagine how this confusion comes. Let's say that your team spends 4 hours looking for moths on the moth screen. And then your other team, your friend's team, only looks at moth screen for 10 minutes. So 10 minutes on one side and 4 hours on the other side. And you can imagine what would happen, right, with diversity. But obviously, you can't conclude saying that diversity in one area is more than the other because you have sampled more in one area and you have not sampled enough in another area. It's like going to West Bengal and looking at how many people eat what. But here, in West Bengal, you look at 100 people, but in Rajasthan, you only look at 2 people. Yeah. So I hope that kind of provides some background for study design. All right. I'm happy to take any questions because some of these things may get answered once you have questions. feel free to use the chat. Graded assignment results. Yeah. There will be that. There's a process for that. All of that will happen. Uh, uh, da, 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 da. There are certificates that definitely, that's definitely there. Any different animal that could be studied? Yes. So you can study butterflies, you can study moths, you can study birds, any insects. If you go to your garden, look at any plant, you will see so many different kinds of insects. If you just walk in a grass, you will see a lot of grasshoppers and other hoppers that are there. Birds but they're difficult to photograph. So I would say leave birds alone unless you are really, really yes, for the project, if you have to use iNaturalist, then it does mean that you have to go close and you have to get a clear photo. As an entire class explains works. Moths are identified. There are lots of moths, but this really nice app that helps you to. You just have to take a photo, and there is an AI that kind of helps you identify. The I think the project is just called five, right? Do you remember?
Robin, looks like Robin has a network issue.
Sorry, I lost my connection. Yeah. Any other questions? Yeah. So Tanmay, I saw your question. So basically, there's plant, there's uh, animals, there are so many things, right? But the point is that for your specific project, we want to get a lot of data. Okay, so if you pick something rare, you won't get a lot of data. Suppose you say, I want to study like mammals. So there are very few mammals that you may see very few, but insects are numerous and you may see a lot of them. And our plan is so that you get a lot of data so you can analyze the data and understand, patterns of diversity. So this is why I'm suggesting that you can kind of take insects as a potential group. From our people, how do we?
Robin, you can switch off your video because of internet issue, it's like lagging.
Yes, I switched it off now. Yeah. So if there are very few students, I would say you should try to reach out to other students. Maybe some who are here, uh, or visit me which city you're from. Maybe we can connect you to some others through the School Connect program or something like that. But you can also do, if there are only two of you from the school, you can select two areas and both of you do both the habitats. So that's the same as saying same goes to Kolkata and studies people, and the same group of people goes to Rajasthan and studies people. So you can also do it that way, but it gets a little more competitive if you are actually comparing. Yeah, for the iNaturalist, you have to take original photographs. So that's a very important point. And uh, yeah, so you have to remember that. Yeah, so you can yeah, once you watch the videos, you will get an idea. It's called iNaturalist, like iPad. Harisha, you want to take a few questions?
Yeah, Robin, I can. I think Tanmay is asking for like, do you have to create a model? Like, create a model. Like, actually, we have to do a project. Yes, like you have to do a project. You can come up with like individual project or like a group project. You can come up. So if your school have like very few people, probably you can combine with the other schools within your city, and like can make a group project. Or like you are like individually or more energetic, you are individually want to do, you can do your own project, but you have to be careful while designing your project. Like if you are comparing two things, like time and space should be constant, like uniform. If no more questions, we can go for like activity. It's not a physical model. Actually, you have to create a project in iNaturalist application. Like in one of class, like I shown you like how to create a project in iNat. It's very simple. So no need of any physical models. It's everything is online.
Harisha, maybe you can just show the ICER iNaturalist page one.
Yes, sure, Robin. I will show. Uh, you can see my screen, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So suppose like I will click ICER. Tirupati. So like we have multiple projects like iNaturalist of Tirupati, uh, like ICER Erpadu campus and surrounding biodiversity. So probably I can pick this. See, in this project, like we have 26,000 observations. We recorded the 1,560 species. But if you are like interested in only particular taxa, so you can sort your observation like according to like taxa wise. Suppose I'm only interested in birds, so I can search my update, like I can reset my updates. So right now we have 130 species of observations. So where we recorded like 54 species. So I'm interested in butterflies. So here there is an insect group. There is no butterfly like actually search, but you can search here. So butterflies. So yeah, there's only butterflies. So right now we have 76 species of butterflies. So you can see like 1986 images are uploaded, and like who are the highest observation contributor you can see here. So I mean, like if you create a project in iNaturalist, like you can do your projects and like automatically data like sits in your project. It's easy to download as well. Just go for filter like you are want to do on like snakes. So just like download your data. So it's within few steps you can download your old data like for analysis purpose. Yeah, you can create export. You can download easily.
Harisha, I think some students are asking for example of a student project. So maybe one of the I don't know if there's a project thing you can access readily.
I think I can access. I have few projects created for like one like Mahila University. Suppose uh, so Sri Padmavati Mahila University, they have like different projects they created, like students are created, like SPMV, biodiversity of fauna, butterflies and diversity, spider diversity. So these are the projects they designed for themselves. If you see about, you can read about the project. So you can about his collection identification of ant species on the SPMVV campus using biting techniques. So they are keeping different baiting techniques like sugar, egg yolk, like crushed insect, rice, rava. So based on like for which species of ants are like attracting. So they are doing that survey. For that they created this project. So like that, like if you have like for butterflies, you can create moths, you can create like for like based like with your school name, you can create your own project. So this is one. IIT Tirupati have many projects created by students. Yeah, so like comparing the diversity of like IIT campus by students, like between two areas. So they demarcated two areas. Like one group of students are collecting in one area, like another group of students are collecting in another area. So like within the same campus, they like disturbed and undisturbed. So disturbed area is like well buildings and like common research buildings are there, residential area. Whereas like undisturbed is the forest patch. So they made their projects like in that way. So so if you want to, I mean, no need of Google Earth. So for creating project, if like location is not there, means like you can use a Google Earth. Otherwise, no need of Google Earth. If your like project is broader area.
Yeah, I
So
think
like you have.
yeah, some of these questions will get clear if you pay attention to the the lecture video that Harisha has posted. The iNaturalist one is done or it's coming?
I think second week is done, Robin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, any other questions? Yeah, all right, Harisha, you can carry on then.
Sure, Robin. So everyone can see my screen, right?
Yes, can see.
Yeah, okay, Robin. So take your mobiles and scan this QR code. So, so hopefully everyone is scanned your QR code. Wait. So hopefully everyone is scanned QR code. Yes, thank you. So you have to answer for this question. So name an animal or bird like you love but like others might not know. So like you have to like give any interesting someone snakes. It has to be very rare. You only seen like none of your friends seen kind of thing. Otter, okapi, jellyfish, nice. Komodo dragon, eagle owls, oh amazing. Horseshoe crab, starfish, eagle. Yeah, I will set a time. Let's see. Yeah, I'm setting 1 minute time. So many people saying eagle, black panther, amazing. Spider crab, amazing. Iguana, Komodo dragon, whale, nice. So I have seen last year August. So first time blue whale in Arabian Sea near Mangalore, Karnataka. Duck, cow, hen, black panther, ostrich, painted stork. So looks like many bird lovers here. So whale, eagle, and snakes, like most of the people have seen. Yeah, like so text which are like in smaller things, so which have seen only by one or two people, like only one person, kind of thing. So whereas whale, snakes, like seen by many people. Yeah, thanks for answering. So except snakes and whale eagle, like most of other answers are like they're unique. Only one person is like seen kind of thing. Thank you. So we'll go for next question. It's kind of like fun way of learning things. So now I'm going to make a like sound. So I will play a call or a sound. Like you have to guess which one it is.
Can't hear, Harisha.
Robin, you can't hear?
No, can't hear.
Okay. Oh, 1 minute. I will try in different way.
You have to use some other thing.
Now it's audible.
What about now? I can't hear. I don't know if others can hear.
Looks like I others can hear.
Strange. I couldn't hear at all.
I think others can answer. Can you hear this call? You just unmute and like answer.
Yeah, it's audible actually. Now it's audible.
No, not for me.
Actually, for me, actually, it's audible.
Yeah, I don't know what the. Yes, now it's on. What was that? Can you
No,
play
no, no.
again?
No, I'm good.
No, now actually it's breaking. Voice is breaking.
So out of 32, only 5 people have answered.
I didn't hear it.
I think it's Malabar Whistling Thrush actually. Like it's called as Whistling Schoolboy. Probably I will play from laptop. So probably you can hear. uh, Can you hear now? Robin, can you
Uh,
hear?
no, no.
Okay. So I think I will share a link in group, like everyone can play themselves. I thought it will work, but it's not working. So now I share one link in the group. So just check, you can play it. If it's able to listen this call, like just give thumbs up.
Yes, it works.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. So if you carefully listen, it is commonly called as the whistling schoolboy. So like this bird, like song looks like someone is like singing, like whistling in the forest. So like every bird has a unique call. Like this is like one of the most like melodious and unique song of Malabar whistling thrush. You can see in like evergreen forests, especially Western Ghats, like northern parts of Eastern Ghats. You can find this bird. So I'm sharing another bird call. So just listen and like type like how which animal it resembles. So probably you have already seen a bird name in my doc. So after listening this bird call, just type an animal like you felt like it's a bird call, like it's black, it is calling. Yeah, it's black kite, but like it resembles to some animal. Like it's like which animal like comes to your mind when you listen this call? Yes, someone is answered. Kite, eagle, golden eagle, black kite. So I will give it time. Yeah. So 14 people are answered. It's a black kite, but like resembles to one animal. Which animal it resembles? It's a mammal actually. So out of 34, 15 people are answered. 9 seconds to go. 6 seconds. Yeah. It's actually like in generally we have perception that like if you see any flying raptor, like in generally we go for like we thought it's a eagle. Even like while bird watching, like if you see any black kite, people say it's eagle. Actually, eagles are like not much common. It's hard to find. Like but like black kites, Brahmini kite, shikara, and other raptors are very common in urban habitats and like rural habitats. So eagles, we have only few eagles like Indian spotted, greater spotted eagles, like crested serpent eagle, chartreuse snake eagle, like Banolis eagle. But they are very hard to see. Probably if you travel for like 2 to 3 days continuously, like searching for birds, so probably one or two incidences in right habitat you can find eagles. Otherwise, they are very rare. So like next time, like if you are like you have seen any bird like raptor means like don't go for eagles. It's mostly be a black kite or like other raptors. So I'm going to share another bird call. Yeah, please listen this call. Like after listening, just give a thumbs up. Yeah, thank you. This is called as Tyler bird. So probably I can show you image of Tyler bird. So like now you're like listen to a call. It's like it's called as tuvi tuvi tuvi. It's like sounds like tuvi tuvi. It's called as Tyler bird. You know why it is called Tyler bird? If anyone knows, like you can unmute and you can say why it is called as Tyler bird. Yeah, you have 30 seconds. Someone can unmute yourself and you can say which bird it is.
Sir,
Yeah. So
for
why
its
it is
creativity of building the nest,
so how it builds?
it would be something like a hollow in which it is compact.
Okay. Any other answers?
Hello,
Uh,
sir.
yeah.
So
Akshara.
I think they stitch the leaves together. That
Yeah.
is, they poke little holes in the leaves with their
Yeah.
beaks and then join the fibers together.
Okay. It joins fibers. Yeah, you mean by like fibers.
Yeah,
Okay.
it
Any other
ends
guesses?
of the leaves together.
Yeah, okay, Akshara. It's like, yeah, it's correct. Anyone else? So, what is the role of Tyler? What Tylers do? His job is stitching, right? He do stitch like stitching, like he do like two clothes he stitches. So same way this Tyler birds also stitches the leaves. If you have seen a bird, right, like how like sharp its beak it is. So like it's kind of like you can imagine it's a needle way. So this bird actually like mostly they nest in like dicot plants. So like the broader leaves and like it brings 2 to 3 leaves into cup shape and like it stitches those leaves using a thread. Like where they can get the thread in the nature? Any guesses? Random guess, right or wrong? Don't worry about it. Where you can find a natural thread in nature? You can text or you can unmute yourself and you can answer. Where you can find a natural thread in the nature? Yes. Samiksha answered leaves, coconut tree. Yeah. Akshara answered like plant webs and like like plant fibers. Spider silk. Yes. Actually, this Tyler bird collects the spider silk and like makes into a thread like structure. So then it joins the two leaves and makes into a like cup shape. Then it lays eggs inside that. So that's why it is called a Tyler bird. So because of its stitching behavior, that's why we are calling Tyler bird. So most of the birds like we are naming after its color, its behavior, or its call. Like if you see koel, we call kuhu kuhu. So based on its like sound we name it. We'll call like crow as kaka, kaki, kaka. So because like it's like sounds like cow, cow kind of thing. So based on its named after that, like Tyler bird based on its behavior. Some birds like based on its color we are naming, like green bee eater. So it eats the bee and like it's green in color. That's why we are naming them. Like most of the birds, insects based on like behavior, color, and these things we like do nomenclature and like we give common names. So I think like this part is little complex bird thing, so probably we will engage in different way. So I want to you like engage in discussion, so that's why I thought of asking few questions. So imagine like you are part of forest. So like either predator or herbivore or like decomposer or a plant. So which one you want to be? So it's kind of there is no right and wrong answers. So I will give 30 minutes, like give your answers, 30 seconds, give your answers. But like, yeah, you have to explain why you want to be that character, either predator or herbivore, decomposer or plant. You have to give in like one sentence explanation like, for 30 seconds. So 19 people are answered out of 34. Yeah, 22 people. So now tell me like who answered for predator. So why you want to be a predator? So for these questions, there is no right answer, there is no wrong answer. Like there is no wrong answer. No right, no wrong. So you can give your explanation. That's it. So can ask Artik Morampudi. So which answer you gave? Unmute yourself, you can answer. Samiksha V. So which answer you are opted and why? It has to be interactive session. So anyone want to give an explanation why you selected predator or like plant or decomposer? Akshara, you like to answer?
Yes, sir. I answered I'd be a plant.
Okay.
It could. My reason is like the plants are self-reliant and they provide like food for other organisms. So it's like a helping mentality or something. It reflects my behavior towards others. So
Actually, for every answer you can justify. So such kind of answers actually. So anyone like selected decomposer?
Yes, sir. I chose decomposer. I would like to be a decomposer because it is actually peaceful to be a decomposer in a competitive ecosystem.
Any other answers? So actually it's like depends upon your personality. Like you can choose like which answer like you kind of thing. So, like if you are a predator, like most of the like predators are very essential, like crucial parts in the ecosystem. So they controls the herbivores. Like if predators are not there in the ecosystem, means like herbivore population will grow. They eats away all the plants and like eventually they will go extinct. They will die. Like whole ecosystem collapses. If herbivores are not there, like they can't support like predators and like plant growth, like plants will be grow endlessly, so eventually they will end up, so ecosystem is like collapses. Decomposer also like very essential, like for plants, like nutrients are very important, like after dying anything, either a mammal or plant, without decomposers they will stay in the same form forever. So where decomposers converts like they break down complex into a simple form, and like again it goes to into the soil, and the plants take up and like it supports their herbivores and predators. And the plants we consider like primary producers in ecosystem, so they have capability of like synthesizing their own food. And like for predator, for herbivores or predators, it's again it acts as a food. So I think all these four components are like very crucial parts of ecosystem. Like they won't like without these, like whole ecosystem collapses. So like you can give an explanation for like next questions as well. See, uh, if you are in like in charge of like forest, or like you become a government official, or like some position, like we have control about like these things, like you can become a politician, prime minister, or like something, so where you have capability to protect these, so which one you will protect? So I will give 1 minute timeline for answering this, and like at end, like you have to give on like your opinion, like why you selected forest, river, or ocean, or wildlife. So you have given an explanation, at least like 5 to 6 people, like please like share your opinion. Why? So 20 people answered out of 35. Here also there is no right answer, there is no wrong answer. But you have to define. You have to define your answer. That's it. Why you give me this answer? Yeah. Then 9 more seconds. Out of 35, 24 people answered. 25 people now. Yeah. Yeah. Anyone can unmute yourself and give explanation like why you want to protect first. Please unmute yourself.
I chose forests to protect because I like plants more.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Athirai. So anyone, please unmute yourself and explain why you want to be protect that first.
Harisha, I think, sorry, I have to leave now, but please go ahead
Sure,
and
Robin.
I'll catch up with everybody later. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, Robin. Yeah,
All right. Bye.
bye.
So I would like to protect oceans first because it is much more diverse, and even if there's no more forest, wildlife, and rivers, life in oceans may evolve and basically make the earth with life again.
Okay, okay, Nishan. Thank you. Anyone, please don't worry about language. If you you can explain in your native language as well. So actually, every component in ecosystem is important, like forest, rivers, ocean, and wildlife. So when come to the first, it's very hard to answer. Like whatever you answer, it depicts your personality or your interest, your love towards to that actually. So wildlife is part of all these ecosystems. Like forest, we have so much wildlife. Wildlife means we no need to think that only lion, elephant, and tiger, leopard, these are only big mammals are the wildlife. Even tiny creatures, small insects, even microbes, we can consider as wildlife. Other than you what domesticated. So other than domesticated, all life forms we can consider as wildlife. So wildlife is component of all these ecosystems, forest ecosystem, river ecosystem, and oceans ecosystem. So thanks for answering this. So we'll go for next one. So a wetland near your city is being drained for construction. So what you do? So you will go for protest, or you are going go for creating awareness, stay silent, look for innovative solutions. So six people are answered. Please you would answer what you feel it's right one to do. So 30 out of 35, 13 people are answered. Yeah, 19 people now. So I will give 30 seconds time. So please respond. There is no right or wrong here also. So 10 seconds left. So 24 people answered. Yeah. So, anyone can unmute yourself and give an explanation? Like, justify your answer now. Sharad, Nishant, Tarun, Akshat, Nitya. Anyone, please unmute yourself and like give an explanation why you choose that answer.
I will innovate solutions as it is the best way to spread awareness, and basically it is more efficient to save the wetland.
Okay. Any other opinions?
So, yeah.
Sir,
Yeah, Akshara, you can answer.
I went with protest because innovating something new would take more time, and by the time we come up with a solution, the damage would have been done.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Lucy. Anyone?
I also chose innovating a solution because, like, let's say they're building something and like us protesting or creating awareness won't necessarily reach them. But if we do innovate something and give them a proper solution, then like a better solution, then they will choose that, of course.
Okay, Akshara.
Sir, I would like to protest because if we all protest, the government or the person in charge would get an idea to innovate solutions to prevent anything being done in the future like that, similar to that.
Okay, okay, then fine. Anyone want to share?
Sir, I feel like if we choose any innovative solutions, even if it is good or something, we they may not choose to go this way and instead continue on their path, like destroying the wetland. So I guess protest would be better.
Thanks, that's one. Anyone? Any other answers? Yeah, thanks for answering this question. Like again, there is no right answer, like there is no wrong answer. Depends upon again your personality. Suppose like you are like very outward, like you are rebel kind of thing, you'll like first option you will go for protest. And like if you are like very peaceful person, calm, like thinks a lot before like action, you will go for innovative. And like people have like long patience, so they go for like creating awareness. And like many people like they want to be like stay away from all the things, they will stay silent, either because like they, I mean, they pursue that we can't bring any changes, like we can't stop it kind of personal mentality. But it is also depends upon like situation as well. Suppose like tomorrow they are like going to destroy like whole wetland system, like they're going to do that thing. So then like where protest will come? So when they have like enough buffer time, so then like go for alternative solutions. So like instead of like constructing here, like why can't you constructing somewhere else? Like why want to like bifurcate like this lake? You can use like this way, which is less destructive than like what you people are following. So it depends upon like timeline and like seriousness of the situation. You have enough time, like go for creating awareness, bring more people, and like it's long term. So it depends upon situation. Yeah. Someone like want to answer something? Yeah, thank you. So like this her day, like I thought of sharing these things. So, like, I want to bring you to more interactive way rather than just like right answer, wrong answer, like instead of like fighting with right and wrong. So, yeah, next week also, like, please prepare yourself for like interactions. You can fight with me, you can prove me wrong, you can discuss with me, you can throw questions. So if you have any questions, like please answer yourself, like please ask yourself. So like I use this slide like intentionally because like sometimes like I will sit in front of some flowers, like I will try to click all like floral visitors, like pollinators, some like pollinators. So this is Tridax flower. It's like very common like herb in every like everywhere, especially in plants. So it is visited by different butterflies. Like these all butterflies I clicked in my campus like in 1 hour's time. Like I spent. It's called as common gull, blue fancy, tony castor. It's immigrant, lemon fancy. I think some bob. So it's a lime butterfly. This is painted lady and like great egg fly. So, I mean, like you for designing your projects, like you can select one flowering plant and like its pollinator interaction. You can click photos and upload to iNet and you can design your project. So then you select a one butterfly, like how many plants it's visiting, how many different flowers it's visiting. So you can design your project based on your interest and availability of resources. Like so many things will come. So like with like your school, like your garden, like your public park, like which flower is there, like which resources are there, whether you want to work on like insects or like want to work on plants. So it depends upon you. Yeah. So you have any questions? So yeah, you can throw your questions. I'm audible? Okay. Yeah, thank you. So you have any answers? Any questions, please? Yeah, if no questions, we can end this session. Yeah, thanks for like joining this session.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for joining session. So please like prepare yourself for next session for interactions. Don't worry about language, grammar, anything. Please feel free. That's it. Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Thank you, sir.